can telcos help deliver digital health solutions? What are the business models that are available to them in this space? We see sort of three layers where players can, or where telcos can participate: at the connectivity layer, at the application enablement layer, and the actual applications. So let's go through some of the business models at each of those layers. In connectivity, there's basically two big things that we're seeing. One, which pretty much all telcos are already doing, is providing connectivity to healthcare organizations, whether that's to hospitals or care homes or local councils, providing them with their fixed and mobile connectivity needs for their business as usual. The next one, which we're starting to see more and more of, particularly among telcos that have a strong IoT play, is supporting medical device companies that want to integrate connectivity into their solutions that they're providing. So, whether that is, a wearable for an elderly person who is, at risk of wandering outside of their house, you want to know where they've gone, if they have gone anywhere, or if that's about some kind of drug tracking solution. So there are many different things, and I'll give a couple of examples of those later. At the application enablement layer, there's a lot telcos can do, but the biggest single issue in healthcare is secure messaging. And that's because you have a really disparate healthcare market between the hospitals, the labs, the GPs, the pharmacies, the patients, and many others. And they all need to share information about patients all the time. And they need secure messaging to do that, specific type, lots of different types of messaging for different types of lab work or different types of patient data. And this is an area where many telcos are playing, and I'll go into that with a few examples of that a bit later. But as I mentioned, there's also a lot of security that goes on here, or billing integrations potentially, access to APIs. So there are a number of different application enablement things telcos can do beyond secure messaging. And what I just want to highlight here, and I think that Chris will probably go into this in more detail later, but as we start to see telcos move their services towards the cloud and we start to see 5G come out, we may see a bit of blurring between these areas. For instance, with network slicing, if you get a specific slice for all your IoT devices as a medical device company, then you can quickly add on, other things around security or latency or what have it that you need, which may be seen as an application enablement, but is very closely tied to the network service when it becomes more cloud-like. And finally, there are the actual applications. And there are so many different digital health applications. But here I've got a few different business models that we've seen telcos pursue, and I'll just go through them quickly. So on the left-hand side, we have a B2B providing a health IT solution, and that's really a health ICT play. And telcos that have made a big bet on healthcare have acquired companies in this space and are offering solutions directly to hospitals, GPs, pharmacies. Next up, we have being a B2B channel for digital health companies. And this happens when, say you're a telco and you have a really strong relationship with the Ministry of Health, or with hospitals, or with the healthcare organizations in your country, and they come to you and say, "Oh, you already provide us, this connectivity for this service, but we need something additional. We want to do some remote monitoring. Can you do that for us?" Because it's very connectivity based. In that instance, you might have a telecoms operator partner with a digital health company in order to deliver that solution to their client. Third, you have a sort of B2B2C service where a telco may be delivering something directly to a patient, but it is funded by an insurance provider or by a universal healthcare provider. And the technology is created by a digital health company. And we're going to dive into one of those examples a bit later, so I won't dwell on it too long. The final two are more where the person paying for the service is the consumer or the patient. And in the lighter red box, that's about the telco being a channel for a digital health company. So a digital health company that is not well known in the market, and the telco can use their marketing channels and their brand credibility in order to get that out to consumers. And finally, the last one is a direct B2C service that is also developed by the telco internally.